Good afternoon, everybody. This is Dave Kelm. I am sitting outside of Sam's on a rainy, crappy Sunday afternoon, waiting for Michelle to come out. At some point in your life, So when I was younger, let's take a step back. When I was younger, I remember thinking to myself, at what point do you become so old and decrepit and sad that you just drink a glass of whiskey? Because clearly when you're younger and you're drinking shitty beer and you have none of life on your shoulders, you think to yourself, why would you ever do that? Well, I was about 32, maybe, when that's how old I got. And I was just like, okay, well, it's just time to drink whiskey. There's also another point in your life where you suddenly realize, you know what? No one is going to yell at me for just parking out front of the Sam's and waiting for my wife. I could circle around. I could go over there. I could park out in the back 40, and I could wait till she comes out. She could text me. Or I could park in the fire lane. But it's not, I don't really think it's marked as a fire lane, but it kind of looks like a fire lane. And so I figure, if someone comes out and knocks on the window and says, move along, buddy, I'll move along. But until then, I'm just going to sit here. And so apparently at 51, that's how old you get. When you're just like, screw it. She's going to be in there for 10 minutes. Or 30. I don't know. And I'm just going to sit here and wait with my, with the blinkers going. Turn the blinkers off, though, for the video because it was, making that noise. So, anyway, real quick video today. Talking, I think one of the themes of this little video series, this vlogging, which is an awkward vlogging, is about friendship and having friends or making friends or looking for friends or being a friend. And yesterday, I ran up to Chicago with Michelle to my cousins had a little memorial get-together for my aunt who passed away a couple of weeks ago. And it was great. It was great to see them. It was great to see my mom and, other relatives. My cousin Keon was in town from Guam, where he works a big fancy job in Guam. And so it was great to see them. I didn't know what to bring. We didn't know what to bring. And so we brought wine because everything gets better with wine. And so we took some wine and we stopped at this wine store in Elmhurst. And I'm paying, and oh, hang on a second, Michelle's back. I'm paying, and behind me, I hear this voice. And it's one of those things, right? So maybe you have in your experience, you have smells or voices or something that just reminds you, and you just really can't put your finger on it. And don't swear or anything, you're on camera. And I could hear this voice. And so we're paying, and this guy, I swear to God, I knew who this was. I didn't know. And so
that's right, your wife's just,
you got all that? Okay.
In the rain.
She's got the groceries, she's putting them in the back. And
while you
I'm vlogging. Vlogging.
film yourself.
Vlogging. I'm filming myself. That sounds dirty. Anyway, so she's getting in the car. Hey, we're on camera. I'm on camera. You can talk quietly over there. Did you secure the liquor so it doesn't spill all over the place?
I did not.
Oh no.
It's a man's job.
Okay. Anyway, so there's this voice behind me. And we got a little bag of wine, and I turn, and we're leaving, and I could hear him again. And I'm just, damn it, I know who this guy is. I just can't figure it out. And it doesn't make any sense. This is a little tiny wine store in Elmhurst. Like, and it's one of those where you can go in and you can buy package, and you can also, though, get a drink, get a cocktail, get a cheese tray. I don't know. It's fancy. It's Elmhurst. And so there are a couple of tables in there, and this one table had like 6 or 7, 8 people. And there's this voice, and it's driving me nuts. So we are getting ready to leave, and I turn around, and I realize I know this guy. And I am sure as shit it's Steve Callan, who's a fraternity brother of mine from college. And I probably haven't seen Steve, I don't know, what, 15 years? 10, 15 years? What do you think? Yeah, 10 or 15 years. And we served on alumni boards after we were both out of college. He was, I think, a senior when I was a freshman, or maybe he was a junior when I was a freshman. And he was president of the fraternity when I was a freshman. That's right. And so I go over, and he recognizes me, and it was just great. So we spent 10 or 15 minutes together, and it's one of those things, right? He's one of those people where it just clicks, and you don't have to say anything, and we caught up in 5 minutes, and by the way, and I hope he sees this, I hope he watches this, because he also gave me crap about these videos, because apparently he watches them often. But here was a guy from, 19 when I was a freshman at ISU in the fall of 1987, and he was the president of the fraternity that year, and it was just like that, and it was fantastic. So those are friends that you can rely on forever and ever and ever, and it was just a great example of having good friends throughout your whole life. And even if you run into them in a bougie little wine store in Elmhurst, it's going to be a great experience. So have a great crappy Sunday. We'll talk to you.